Okay, so this is going to be another relatively quick video like the Pokemon Sword and Shield update that I did. Would that have gone up yesterday, probably? But this time I'm using my adorable cartoon avatar instead of the potato face cam because I'm sure you guys didn't know this. It's actually illegal for me to use the potato face cam to make 2 videos in the same week. And also I look super tired right now, IRL, so... yeah, no. And the reason I'm putting this video together in a very impromptu state is because... surprise, surprise, and I know that probably doesn't sound genuine, and I promise you it is. We have a poster for Steven Universe, the movie, and holy crap am I excited about this. Because there's actually a shocking amount of stuff to talk about in just this poster. We also know, the news just dropped yesterday if I'm not mistaken, that this isn't all of the Steven Universe movie news that we're going to get in the near future. That San Diego Comic-Con is going to have a trailer for the movie at the Steven Universe panel. And usually I just would have waited for that to leak and talked about all of it at once, but there's enough to talk about in just this poster that I feel like it's worth a look. First of all, get a load of Steven. It looks like the dude finally figured out how to actually grow taller as he ages. Like, we've known for a while that he was actually growing as he aged because he outgrew his old shoes. But dang, did he learn how to add some verticality to that. It looks like he's nearly as tall as Pearl now, which is not an insignificant growth spurt. He is at the very least big enough now relative to how tall he used to be that he had to go from wearing those women's and children's size pink shirts to wearing different Mr. Universe shirts. Which means now I've got to buy a blue shirt with a star on it too. Thanks a lot, Steven Universe. You know what, I absolutely love this look. I love the color blue that he's got going on there. I love that it's still the same star on top of the blue, and I love that the pink has migrated from the shirt to this cool pink letterman that he's wearing. It really suits him a lot. And what a way to show right front and center in the middle of this poster that there is in fact going to be a time skip between the end of the last season and the movie. And between the poster and the description of the movie, it's absolutely clear at this point that the movie is canon to the show's timeline. Because we have obvious growth for Steven, we have the same designs for the crystal gems, and in the background you can see obvious indicators of how much the world has changed as well. Things which are clearly setting up for the season to follow this movie. Looking at the temple over here, we can see, we can't really see much detail of it, but we can see that the house has been rebuilt in some form, and it doesn't look exactly like it did before. And we can also see a different structure sitting out on the beach. Like, it looks like the house has at least a different upstairs at this point, and the other structure looks almost like it could be, I don't know, some kind of pyramid or communications tower or something, as it looks like it has antenna coming off the top. Like, I really can't tell. I can't find a higher quality version of this particular section of the image, unfortunately, but it's still obvious that there's something different here now. The house definitely looks larger. It looks like it has sections protruding off of it, and even looks like there's some sort of blue protrusion coming out of the roof. And there is definitely a second structure there on the beach. Not only that, but back here behind the cliff upon which all of the main characters are standing and or sitting in Amethyst's case, because of course she'd just be lounging around there looking all excited, we can see what looks like the original location of the barn, but instead of the barn there's like a multi-level condo and a whole bunch of other buildings which look almost like a second town. The condo seems to have, I don't know if that's a giant antenna or some kind of windmill to supply power affixed to the top of it. And then if you look closely, the building to the left seems to have giant gem-like segments attached to it, or maybe like water towers or something sitting next to it. And there's a tower in the back which definitely feels like a gem structure and seems to be colored after Paradox. We know for a fact that a whole buttload of gems were uncorrupted at the end of the last season. It would make sense that they would need somewhere to live, and without the barn actually existing anymore, but that location still existing, that land still existing, and still belonging to Steven and his family, it would make perfect sense that Peridot and Lapis would go back there with the other corrupted gems and build a little town for them. And it's so freaking cool that we actually see something like that in this poster, all but confirming that that's the case. Then there's the villain of the movie, who we see looming over our heroes, and some people have said that she looks like a pink version of XJ9 from My Life as a Teenage Robot. To me, though, she looks more like a Harlequin or something, with like her hands extended out as if she's playing puppeteer with our characters, which makes me wonder, if she's going to be some sort of manipulator or chess master type. If that ends up being the case, that's super interesting and definitely not the direction that I expected the movie to go. Overall, though, her design looks super interesting. They're drawing particular attention to her gemstone, which seems to suggest to me that the other characters will recognize her, if not by her look, then by her gemstone itself, and to her eyes, which are looking down on our characters menacingly, which seems to suggest that she knows them or knows of them, that this isn't a chance encounter, that she sought them out in order to enact whatever plan against them that she ends up enacting in the movie itself. Overall, this poster is way more than I expected that we would get before even the trailer. It's a very good poster, just in general, as it tells us just enough to get us excited, but doesn't actually tell us anything substantial enough that it gives anything away. And I'm hoping the trailer is structured similarly well. I want it to entice me, but I don't want it to give anything about the movie away before I see it. Though, of course, once the trailer drops, I will do a breakdown of that as well, because, man, I haven't talked about Steven Universe in a while again, and I really frickin' missed it. Though I do expect some Steven Universe-related content relatively soon. Just not a theory, probably, because, I mean, there's not really much to theorize about right now. All of that said, though, guys, what do you think of this first look at Steven Universe, the movie? What do you think that structure on the beach could be? What do you think those giant rabbit ear looking things on top of that condo looking thing are? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below or over on my Discord, link in the description. But either way, this has been AJ22 and I will talk to you guys later.